We're now heading to Scotland to visit the SNP spokesperson, Tommy Shepherd.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Will the leader ensure that the Chancellor understands that we are still in the middle of this pandemic, and before considering recovery after COVID, we should ensure the survival of as many companies and jobs as possible? The government will reduce payroll support to firms from the 1st of August, but how does he expect companies which remain closed to find the money for wages? And does he agree that support must continue for those sectors of the economy which are unable to safely open in the autumn? And will the leader also press the Chancellor to be more ambitious than the Prime Minister, who underwhelmed us all earlier this week? The PM's package, based on accelerating existing capital projects, involved no new money whatsoever. The sum involved totalled about 1/5 of 1% of the UK's annual production. Compare that to the German government, who have got a stimulus package which is fully 20 times that amount. And the Prime Minister's package contains not a single penny extra for Scotland. So I must ask again when we can debate the necessary changes to the fiscal framework of devolution. When I asked about this before, Mr. Speaker, the leader simply referred to the sums the Scottish Government is spending under the Barnett formula. It's as if Scotland getting its share of UK spending is the result of Westminster's generosity rather than the return of taxes people in Scotland pay to the United Kingdom. But the question is not about amounts, it is about powers. It is about changing the rules so that, for instance, the Scottish Government could do exactly what the PM is proposing for England and bring forward future capital spending. So can he please answer that question on the rules? Now, I appreciate this government is led by someone who thinks the border does not exist and who does not even recognise that the term Scottish Government was introduced under Section 12(1) of the 2012 Act of this Parliament, so grasping the subtleties of devolution may be difficult for them. But really, the problem of the financial straitjacket on Scotland will not go away, and we need to discuss it.
Leader of the House.
Mr. Speaker, what a pleasure it is to see the honourable gentleman looking as cheerful as ever. He always does manage to, with his fine smile, brighten up the whole House. And he mentions borders, and I notice that Nicola Sturgeon wishes to have a wall. Perhaps she is modelling herself on other leading political figures between England and Scotland, but as my right honourable friend the Prime Minister said, there is no border between England and Scotland, and it was shameful to call for a border of that type of kind to be erected to stop people travelling freely between the constituent parts of the United Kingdom. One never thought that Nicola Sturgeon would model herself on American political figures and want to build a wall. At least a metaphorical wall, if not actually getting like Hadrian with the bricks and mortar. The Chancellor's proposals for recovery we will get on Wednesday, but the government has already been enormously ambitious. That this scale of the furlough scheme, 9.3 million people benefiting, 2.6 million self-employed people benefiting, being kept in employment, this is crucially important, but it has to be phased. We have to move into the recovery stage. The honourable gentleman wants to stay unreconstructed and not taking advantage of things changing and opening up so that we get an economic recovery. That is what the Chancellor is doing, and I would refer to the enormous amount of money that goes to all parts of the United Kingdom because we are a single United Kingdom. The £3.8 billion that has gone to Scotland is because the UK is better together.
Faye Jones.
Thank you.